The Gift of India by Sarojini Naidu for ICSE Class 11 and 12. About the poet. Sarojini Naidu, a fierce activist for Indian independence. In this poem, she is paying tribute to the service of the Indian Army but also making a statement about how their sacrifice should be recognized. To give thanks to the deed, also to honor the deeds of the deathless ones. The earlier reference to the alien graves impresses on the reader that these soldiers are far from home. The use of the word martyrdom implies that this sacrifice was made for a greater cause. Naidu also writes the poem in the form of a direct address from one voice to another voice. Stanza 1. Is there aught you need that my hands withhold? Rich gifts of raiment or grain or gold. Lo, I have flung to the east and west priceless treasures torn from my breast, and yielded the sons of mistaken warm to the drum beats of duty, the sabres of doom. Mother India calls out to the British who have colonized India and asks them, has she withheld any of her riches, like garments, grains, or gold? Sarojini Naidu says that India is not claiming any wealth that the Britishers have taken away from them. She exclaims, the more than these worldly riches, she has sacrificed to the east and the west the lives of her priceless Indian sons. She has given up the sons born out of her womb to serve the Britishers. In the First World War, Mother India laments the loss of the lives of her beloved sons, that is, the Indian soldiers who were sent to the foreign countries by the British to fight for them. Stanza 2. Gathered like pearls in the alien graves, silent they sleep by the Persian waves. Scattered like the shells on the Egyptian sands, they lie with pale brows and brave, broken hands. They are stoned like blooms, mown down by chance, on the blood-brown meadows of Flanders and France. She allies to Persia, now Iran, Egypt, Flanders, now called Belgium, and France, the specific lands where the Indian soldiers were sent to the war by the British. They obeyed the call of duty and sacrificed their lives. Drum beats of their duty, the call of duty. Sobers of the dawn sacrificed their life. The Indian soldiers who fought for the Allies during the First World War never came back home. And like pearls, the lifeless soldiers lie buried in the graves in alien lands. Some of them sleep silently along the shores in Persia, while the others are scattered like broken shells on Egyptian sands. Still other brave Indian soldiers with pale brows and broken hands lie scattered like flowers on the blood-brown meadows of Flanders, Belgium, and France. It means that the soldiers were bleeding so much that even the fields were colored by their blood. Stanza 3. Can you measure the grief of the tears I weep, or compass the awe of the watch I keep, or the pride that thrills through my heart's despair, and the hope that comforts the anguish of prayer, and the far, sad, glorious vision I see of the torn red banners of victory? Mother India rhetorically puts forward the question whether anyone can measure the grief she has at the loss of her martyred sons. The grief tears her apart. But at the same time, the pride of her son's heroism overwhelms her despair. She bears immeasurable pain in her heart. But one day, hate and terror will come to an end, and this comforts her. The poet hopes that the sacrifice war for independence would be waged by the Indians against the British. They will be successful. She uses the word banner and she feels glorious, but at the same time she feels sad for the soldiers who are going to die for the cause of the cause, as the signified by the banners being torn and colored by the blood. Stanza 4. When the terror and tumult of hate shall cease, and the life of refashioned on anvils of peace, and your love shall offer memorial thanks to the comrades who fought in your dauntless ranks, and you honor the deeds of the deathless ones, remember the blood of their martyred sons. Mother India hopes that one day terror and hate shall cease, and it is that the life will be remodeled with a new found peace. Mother India at the end demands only one thing from the Britishers, that out of love they should offer thanks and respect to the soldiers who fought valiantly. They should remember the brave soldiers of India who sacrificed their lives. Here, Sarojini Naidu is requesting the Britishers to honor the Indian soldiers who lost their lives in the First World War. Thank you. For detailed notes and question and answers, log on to eduguru-notes.blogspot.com.